Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's a love, there's a life. Good afternoon. I, Ayush Sri, welcome you all in the Just Path Show. In every episode, we come with a life story of different celebrity. So today as well, we are here with a life story of Suna Chaudhary ma'am. Suna Chaudhary ma'am has played as a captain of Indian football team. She is working as a trainer. She is an author. Ma'am, we welcome you in the Just Path Show.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, how you manage all those things together?
It's just an energy I get from people around.
Like, as you are from Haryana and we are aware of the culture of Haryana, so how did you able to survive in the Indian football team?
Oh, that was long back, and I'm a fighter.
Yeah, you're a fighter. Still, like I believe Haryana is a very different type of state, you know, and different cultures it has. So they do not promote girls.
I have traveled all over the country, in fact, all over the world, many countries. But when I traveled India, state to state, I found almost, something more or less it is similar. Yes, you can say in Haryana there is nowadays it is being more popular in terms of they don't the girl ratio, so they buy a female
Yeah.
from north from northeast or from there's
From Bihar, from Uttar
Bihar and Nepal too.
Yeah.
So that shows that is what I'm concerned about. That if they would have cared about it long back,
Yeah.
and even I can say that when I was born,
Yeah.
before me I had two brothers,
Yeah.
and I was the third one.
Okay.
And I can bet that nobody would have been happy at the time that I was a girl.
So your family and all were like happy.
Now they are happy. They are now proud of
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that
obviously.
I'm their daughter
Yeah.
or I'm their
You
sister.
made them proud. You made them proud.
Yeah, I made them proud because this was one line always. Used to kill me, used to hit me, used to hurt me. There is a lot of hurt at that time I carried because that time I used to hear that okay, she's a girl, so she has to get married and go, so she's not of any use for us.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the scenario in every house, every family, no matter what, where you are born. But for the girl child, it is the same feeling everywhere because they feel that okay, girl is we have to accumulate dowry for that for her, and we have to educate her. Then we have to find a suitable match for her. Or if God forbid she is not well settled in the family, or she has to come back, or she is having some problem, then she'll be again a burden to us. Rather, they don't ever get to know to think beyond that if a boy can be on his own, and when you support a boy to be independent, if you support a girl, she'll be equally independent like the boy do. But that thought process and the mindset is as such that even now people are not able to accept it.
As you're speaking your story, no, ma'am, it is like that you have faced a lot in your life. So how you able to manage all those things and how from where you get the energy?
Energy was, I had so much discrimination, so much, and that discrimination kept me keep growing and keep going. Because I always wanted to, I never wanted to be a follower, that was for sure. I always wanted to lead. I tell you once, in my school days, on the stage, I didn't know how to dance. But I formed a group on Saturday. Every time there used to be a function on Saturdays, and we were supposed to organize and perform on the stage. I hardly knew any step of dance, but I used to gather girls, and I used to be in the center, and I used to ask them, okay, everyone will at least tell me one step.
Okay.
And that is how we used to do. And I was always a leader since my childhood, and I always had a feeling that I wanted to be exceptional. I want to do something different. I don't want to be in
Common
the
one.
crowd. I don't want to get lost in the crowd. And when I used to get somewhere, the kind of if nobody acknowledged my efforts, if nobody was there to support me or to accept me, so I always used to work hard so much, and I always believe in those lines that work hard so much that you don't have to introduce yourself. That was my punchline throughout my life.
Ma'am, this was all about football. But as your trainer, what you teach in training, like how you train people and what you train.
Yeah, that is a very interesting story. After football, then I had to choose another career because in football, I lost my both the knees, and I got a back problem due to my practices, wrong practices. I had no coach
Yeah.
till I played India. So during that time, I got injuries also. So thereafter, I had to, because football it was not having much career after representing India. If I go 20 times to play India, then also it hardly makes a difference. And, and thereafter, I just had to go for some other career, and I never wanted to be a coach because I had a terrible experience, never got a good coach, and never had a coach. So I developed this feeling that I never wanted to be a trainer of a sports trainer. At that time, I was so much hurt inside, and then I wanted to do something which is not available here. I wanted to go abroad for my studies. I wanted to do something which is beneficial to
The whole society.
many people and not very popular. So it is still a baby subject in India, the image management, which I did from America, and that is how I was already into training. I was working with Times of India, then I was working with Delhi Police and National Police Academy, Hyderabad, and CISF, BSF, CRPF. All these people, they are trained by me. They are in thousands. I have trained people in Delhi Jail Board. Most of the prestigious organizations I work with, still I'm working with
Yeah.
them. So the thing was like when I came into training, so I found it very nice, very interesting. People they respect me so much. So that was one thing which really gave, kept me going on and gave me energy. And then I kept doing things. Then I felt like no, this is not sufficient. I want to do something more. So there was a subject called leadership development.
Yeah.
I went to Singapore University, National University of Singapore, and I did it. And then I came back again and again. I moved into training.
Yeah.
So this was all.
So we talk about that people from India go to abroad for their jobs. Now you are coming from the abroad and training people. It's great. Great. Like you went there, studied there, came back to our country.
Deep down, I'm a hardcore Indian.
That is great, we need it. But a discussion is going on now. Who is Indian and who is not?
I miss the street food there. I miss all the abusive language there, which I'm trained in. I'm training people
Yeah.
that they should not use
Such
abusive
languages.
language, and they should not have a gender discrimination,
Yeah.
and they should have a good communication skills, and they should have a good image no matter where you're working, who you are, but you need to carry a good image to be a good leader or to be a good human being. So we are far behind in humanity as well.
In every aspect you are Indian, no? You are working for a country. As a
And
football, you
I
have
want to,
work.
if
Yeah.
I have to, if at all I have to die for the country, I would be the one who will always offer my services.
So what you forced you to be an author then? You were happy with the football team. You were happy with the as a trainer as well. So what forced you to write?
My experiences?
Okay.
Vast experiences, because it's not that you go through the particular thing, then only you write. It is just that when something is happening around you, you are sensitive. You should be sensitive enough to feel that. I'm more of I would say that more of I have empathy than sympathy, because I empathize people. And since my childhood, my mother was always, worried that I can't see anybody crying. I'm a highly emotional person, So I can't hurt anybody even by mistake. And there were many things, in fact, around me happening. In communication skills, we were lagging behind in Haryana. Especially, I never used to like the harsh language. I never opted for it. Though maybe sometimes I had a bad time, because people there, they make fun of you initially when you speak something else, then they don't accept you. Rather, they make fun and they say, oh, and that way. But I was determined, and I had this feeling that I want to change this. If either you change the situation, you alter the situation, or you accept the situation. So I was not at all in the category of accepting the situation. So I'm always
For
in a
change.
side of that I want to transform things. I don't want to accept it if I don't like it.
That's a great approach.
Yeah.
Ma'am, like you have been a trainer, you are a writer, and you are as played as a football team captain as well. So, what suggestion are you going to give to the youths?
First of all, as I keep telling everybody, and youth, I get connected with them very well. Even children also, I love children, and youth, they are just a great energy. We
I'm aware
have.
of your follower as well.
Oh, thank you
I'm
so
your
much.
follower.
Thank you so much. So, first of all, they need to have good communication skills.
Yeah.
The communication, I always suggest communication is your tool of life. Because if you are a good communicator, you can always do best. You can always motivate others also to come along and to do something. No matter how good boss you are, but you can be a good leader. You are a good boss if you are a good leader.
Yeah.
If you are not a good leader, then I'm sorry, boss is always bad. So if you have to lead somewhere, you want to do something, then you really need to be a good leader. You need to connect people, you need to connect with their emotions, you need to understand them, you need to be a very good listener, and your image should always work for you, not against you. And as we talk about, I talk a lot about image, and I myself, I always take care of each and every small details of mine. That anything, if everything goes wrong, then you must smile. But the image, you must always carry a good image and protect your image, and not only to make a good image, but to manage your good image. That is called image management. And that is like the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act or behave, the way others react or respond. So that is your image, and it is the day you were born until you are alive, everything comes in between. So this is what I train people in.
So I'm really very thankful, and you're giving me interview second time, and I'm really thankful you took time for in the second interview. So
My pleasure.
here, and with our interviews, next episode will be the come with new celebrity, with new life and with new story. As ma'am said, you need to work for your image. You need to protect your image. See what you want to say. You need to be a good communicator. And if you want to be a boss, because every youth want to be an entrepreneur now. If you want to be a boss, first become a good leader. And if you want to be a good leader, first become a good communicator. So communicate well. So give me permission to leave the episode. We'll come with the next episode. Thank you.